Most parents think the first sign of autism is a speech delay, but some autistic children talk early, some have huge vocabularies, some know their letters, numbers, shapes, and colors before other children their age. In fact, some of the earliest signs have nothing to do with intelligence and nothing to do with talking. They show up in something much deeper: how a child's brain notices people, processes the world, and decides what's important. And once you understand that, many behaviors suddenly make sense. Today, I'm sharing some of the early childhood development therapists look for, signs that parents often don't hear about until much later. Sign number 1. They notice objects more easily than they notice people. Imagine walking into a room and instantly noticing every ceiling fan, every shadow on the wall, every tiny detail in the carpet. But people's faces don't automatically grab your attention in the same way. Many autistic children aren't avoiding people. Their brains may simply prioritize different information. Parents often say, "He knew every planet by age 2. She could find tiny details nobody else noticed. He could spot logos from across the store." The difference isn't intelligence. It's what the brain naturally tunes into. Sign number 2. They learn patterns faster than rules. Many toddlers naturally study people. Autistic children often become incredible pattern detectors. They may notice how doors open, how wheels spin, how washing machines work, how letters fit together, how numbers relate to each other. While peers are focused on social games, they may be studying systems. This is why some autistic children develop surprisingly advanced interests very early. Sign number 3. They seem to miss what other children automatically pick up. Most children learn a tremendous amount simply by watching others. Autistic children may not automatically absorb information from the social environment in the same way. This can look like not copying gestures, not imitating facial expressions, not joining group activities naturally, not because they can't, but because the brain isn't automatically prioritizing those social cues. Sign number 4. They can become overwhelmed by things others do not typically notice. Parents often describe this before they ever suspect autism. The grocery store, a fluorescent light, the sound of a blender, a tag in a shirt, multiple conversations happening at once. The world can feel louder, brighter, busier, and less predictable. Sometimes what looks like a behavior problem is actually a nervous system trying to cope with too much information. Sign number 5. Play often has a different goal. Most developmental checklists focus on what children play with. What's often more important is why they're playing. Many toddlers use toys to tell stories. Autistic children may become fascinated by understanding how something works. Instead of pretending with a toy car, they may study the wheels. Instead of feeding a doll, they may sort objects by color or size. The goal isn't imagination versus intelligence. The goal of play is simply different. Sign number 6. Their body may be constantly searching for information. Some autistic children seem driven to move, jumping, spinning, crashing, climbing, squeezing into small spaces, touching everything. These behaviors are often the nervous system gathering information and regulating itself. The behavior may appear random, but often there's a sensory purpose behind it. Sign number 7. They do not always seek shared experiences. One of the most powerful developmental milestones isn't talking, it's sharing. A child points to an airplane, looks back at you, smiles, and says without words, "Did you see that too?" Many autistic children enjoy experiences deeply, but they may not feel the same drive to share those experiences with others. This difference can appear long before speech delays. Sign number 8. Their strengths show up early too. This is something I wish more professionals talked about. When discussing autism, we often focus entirely on challenges, But many autistic children show remarkable strengths very early: exceptional memory, pattern recognition, attention to detail, persistence, honesty, deep interests, creative problem-solving. The goal isn't simply identifying challenges, it's understanding the whole child. Autism isn't defined by a single behavior. It's a different way of experiencing, processing, and interacting with the world. And the earlier we understand that, the earlier we can support children in ways that honor both their challenges and their strengths. Because the goal isn't to change who a child is. The goal is to help them thrive as exactly who they are. If you recognized several of these signs, it doesn't automatically mean your child is autistic. Every child develops differently, and many of these behaviors can also be seen in children with other developmental differences, or even in typically developing children. What matters isn't checking off one or two boxes. It's looking at the overall pattern of how your child communicates, plays, learns, moves, and connects with the world over time. The earlier we understand how a child's brain works, the earlier we can provide the right support. And research consistently shows that early identification and intervention can make a meaningful difference in helping children build skills, confidence, and independence. If you're concerned, trust your instincts. Talk with your pediatrician or seek a developmental evaluation. Getting answers doesn't put a label on your child. It opens the door to understanding them better. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Curious by Nature. We explore the science, psychology, and hidden stories behind child development, the brain, and everyday life, so you can better understand yourself and the people around you.